What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video from your one and only Trabantmeyer 98 here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mentioned yesterday in my video about my new car as well as my new apartment that I picked up a new car a couple days ago, and this is it. This is my new to me 2017 Toyota Corolla. I picked this car up, I think, what's today? Shoot, I don't remember. I think I picked it up on Friday, and it's been a great car ever since. As you guys have been following me, I had a 2012 Chrysler 200 when I went down to DC. But yep, this is the car that replaces that. And I think overall it's a far better deal than I could ever imagine. And overall, I can't complain about this car one bit. So anyway, I'm going to give you a full in-depth tour of my Corolla. I'll start up, show you guys the engine, go into some performance details, give you guys some information about it, as well as other things besides, as well as take you on a quick drive as well. So, here's the key. Let's start the engine and let it run. As you can see, it's got like a dark blue exterior. Oh shit, I just locked it. What was I thinking? And it's got a gray and black cloth interior. Believe it or not, this is not a fully loaded Corolla. But then again, I didn't want a fully loaded car. I just wanted something to give me back and forth. And that's all this car does perfectly fine. It's got just shy of 51,000 miles. And it comes with a 2-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Fires right up perfectly. As you can see, the tire pressure monitoring system is throwing a fit because it is really chilly out compared to how it's been on a road trip. It's got a touchscreen radio, AM, FM, CD with USB and aux. I do not know if it's got Bluetooth yet, but I have yet to figure it out. But as you can see, it's got all sorts of things. But yeah, it does have Bluetooth. Look at that. Pretty sweet. But yeah, I've got it set up. I could change a bunch of settings. I can check my trip computers and stuff like that just by pushing a button right there. Pretty sweet. It's a bit dirty because I've been driving about 150 miles since I got the car, and it doesn't help the fact that I live in a hilly area, as well as my buddy Jordan here lives in the area that he does. As you can see, lots of mud everywhere and so on and so forth. But yeah, with the salt, the trucks being out, that explains why she's got a bunch of salt everywhere. So I plan to keep her as clean as I can. I just haven't bothered to clean her before I made this video. Anyhow, the backseat in this car is incredibly roomy for how small this car is. This car is smaller than the Chrysler 200 I had before, but yet it has way more room. And inside the trunk, if I pop the trunk here, the trunk is also equally large. I mean, it's bigger than the Chrysler 200 too. I could easily get 6 suitcases in here, no questions asked. I mean, it's simply massive. You can see how big it is with this little box here and my toolbox here to show for scale. As you can see, I got the license plate frame from my Chrysler on there. That explains our group of Jordan, 9, and me. The two brothers and I went to DC. Got the Washington DC bumper sticker off my Chrysler, transferred it over. Surprised it stayed on no problems despite its salt. But underneath the hood of this car is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. I'll just show you the engine real quick here. Let me just pop the hood. Believe it or not, this car has 132 horsepower, which is 40 horsepower less than my Chrysler, and just 15 horsepower more than my buddy's Honda Fit. The hood. So I can do it one-handedly here. There we go. Oh, that hood's heavy. As you can see, lots of plastic. Very scary looking, must say. But one thing I'm grateful for is, unlike my Chrysler, I don't have to take off a tire to change the battery. It's literally right there. Everything is easily accessible. That's what I love about this thing. And being a Toyota, I'm sure it'll last forever. Alright, let's go for a drive. So right now I'm behind the wheel of my 2017 Corolla, and I can say for the record that I can see why this is one of the best selling cars in the world, and I can see why the nameplate's lasted for so long. The Toyota Corolla name has been around since 1966, and it's been it's one of the best selling cars in the world. They sold over 40 million since its introduction. But that being said, though, I can see why it's one of the best selling cars in the world, because it's simply a good car to all people, regardless of status symbol, regardless of age. And overall, if you're looking for your first car, I highly recommend it, because even though I had this car just 2 days, it's just been a phenomenal car regardless. And I'm just impressed by it. It blows my mind that underneath the hood of this car is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, and down below is a Cvt transmission. Granted, it's not my favorite kind of setup, but you know what? I used to hate CVTs. I'll be honest with you, I used to. But the CVT in this car is just so smooth and so perfect, you can easily mistake it for being an automatic. It's amazing. My grandfather has a CVT in his Jeep Compass, and it's a complete nightmare in comparison. So I give Toyota full credit for sorting out a CVT inside this entry-level commuter car. One thing that also blows my mind in this car is just how much equipment I get for the money. This is a 2017 car, like I said, so therefore it's not 2018, but even so, I get a backup camera, I got lane keep assist, I got automatic emergency braking, I got automatic headlights. What else I got here? Front collision warning, I got LED headlights, I got everything. And even though this is not a fully loaded car, I'm running on steel wheels with plastic hubcaps, but even so, that's quite a bit of equipment for such a small entry-level minded car like this. And above all else, it puts a smile on my face. Now, how would I describe the handling? Now, the handling in this car is very, very, it's definitely not a sports car, and it never will be, but at the same time, it handles in corners really well, though it doesn't really put a smile on anybody's face. But if you're buying a Toyota Corolla, you buy it not just for its cornering abilities and to put a smile on your face, you just buy it because you want the endless reliability that a Toyota currently offers. And above all else, I think overall this car is a sweet little package. And the gas mileage in this car is simply incredible too. I just left my buddy's house about 20 miles away, and I drove all the way up here, and I'm still not at my destination just yet. And I've been averaging around 31 miles per gallon. And yeah, I've been driving it on the highway off and on, but I haven't been taking the highway the entire way, and it's been incredible. This thing has a 13.2 gallon fuel tank, so I am willing to bet anything that this thing could possibly make it from here in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, to New York City on one tank of gas. And if you'd like to see that, feel free to leave a comment down below saying if you'd like to, leave a thumbs up if you'd like to see that, leave a thumbs down if you don't want to see that whatsoever. But either way, I think it will be very possible. And like I said, it's just a very great car overall. It's very quiet, it's comfortable. Storage in this car is really good too. The door pockets in this thing are deep enough for water bottles. The glove box is massive, and there's lots of cup holders, deep enough for large drinks. And above all else, it's got cup holders back there, so everybody can find a way to store something in this car, I'm sure. And it's just got right amount of equipment in it too. The center console is not exactly huge, but it's definitely not terrible either. And there's like a little tray in there to store maybe a parking ticket or whatever, float your boat. But overall, I'm just very happy with this little car, and I think everybody who buys a Toyota Corolla definitely would be happy. I don't think a Toyota Corolla will ever be considered unreliable, unlike my Chrysler 200. But one thing I also pointed out is, I think I mentioned this before, forgive me if I have, but I have more space in this car than I do in my Chrysler 200, and that was a mid-sized car. And above all else, it was just incredible how much room there is in this car compared to that car. I mean, it's amazing, and I bet my brother, who's 6'5", will fit in this car no problems asked whatsoever. If there's a few things in this car that I do not like, though I am getting used to it. The first thing I don't like is these sun visors. They kind of feel kind of cheap feeling, and they don't feel like they're going to last. But being a Toyota, I'm sure they'll last just fine. The windshield is a little too far away from my liking, so I can't really see over the hood in this car. It gives the car an airy feel, makes the car feel bigger than in fact it is, and that's true. It's nice and roomy. But at the same time, I'd rather see over the hood if I'm going to be driving my car, so therefore I can judge distance just a little bit easier. However, with this car being as maneuverable as it is not a big deal. Another thing I don't like in this car is it's not really sporty, but then again, I'll take something that's reliable over sporty any day, and then I can have a fun car later for that nonsense. So, needless to say, I'm pretty happy with this car. And everyone who buys a Toyota Corolla, I bet you they will be happy with it too. What is this Ford Escape doing? Come on, Escape. Let me get past you. Come on. Idiot. Pulls out and doesn't. But either way. But like I said, everyone who buys a Toyota Corolla will be pretty happy with it. And if you're looking for your first car, or indeed your last car, make no effort to buy one, because these are just great cars overall. There's a reason why they sell 40+ million of these, and they are continuing to be one of the best-selling cars in the world. It's just overall a great package. But like I said, the gas mileage is great. It's got enough equipment, and above all else, it's just a very safe little car. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. My Facebook and email links are down in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until my next video, I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy, everybody. Bye for now.